Hello, welcome to my channel. Please remember to subscribe and share. Today we'll look at the number of players that were signed during the Unai Emery era. Unai Emery was appointed Arsenal head coach on May 23, 2018, replacing Arsene Wenger after his 22 years as a manager at the club. He had signed a 2-year deal with an option to extend for a further 1 year. The much-anticipated era was brought short when he finally got sacked. Today we are interested in players Unai signed to the club. We are going to rank them from worst to best. Please sit and enjoy, remember to comment and if you think my ranking is missing something. Unai signed 12 players in his almost 1.5 season with the club. I am going to rank them from worst to best including those that joined on loan. 12. Denis Suarez. His half-season loan spell from Barcelona amounted to just 6 fairly forgettable appearances. Suarez joined Arsenal at the end of January on loan from Barcelona but played just 6 times in a desperately disappointing spell for the club, twice in Europe and 4 times in the league. 11. Stefan Lichtsteiner. A serial title winner with Juventus and Prime SH those, it was hoped that Lichtsteiner would bring a bit of nastiness that's been lacking since Patrick Vieira and the Invincibles era. Arsenal undoubtedly saw some of that but not much else. The veteran's 1-year stint at Arsenal came and went without him leaving much of an impression. 10. David Luiz. One of the most Jekyll and Hyde players of the modern era, the Brazilian centre-half was absolutely brilliant in Chelsea's title win under Antonio Conte in 2017, and he was also reliable as PSG won back-to-back League One titles during his 2-year spell in France. There's a sense he's a great player in a well-drilled, organized and settled setup, and very much not if those qualities are lacking. A perfect addition to Arsenal's backline, then. 9. Dani Ceballos. Raved about as Spain's next supremely gifted technical midfielder from his performances at Real Betis and Spain's under-21s, he's yet to have really made the step up for Real Madrid since joining in 2017, struggling for opportunities. It's very early days, but it's been a similar story at the Emirates so far and there's a sense that fans are still waiting to see the player thought of so highly in his home country. 8. Nicolas Pepe. Arsenal's record signing has shown some moments of quality, not least scoring 2 free kicks in a 15-minute cameo to turn defeat to victory in the Europa League, but for £72 million, the Gunners might have expected the Ivorian to settle a little quicker. 7. Socrates. There were some question marks over Socrates' performances at his former club Borussia Dortmund, but he looked to have answered his critics as a frequent fixture during a 9-match winning run in the early days of Emery's tenure. Not the most sophisticated ball-playing centre-half, he's nevertheless been reasonably solid defensively and among their better individuals, often with chaos surrounding him. 6. Kieran Tierney. Said to be the best talent that Celtic have produced in years, the 22-year-old really should be the solution to Arsenal's left-back problem. Struggling with injuries over the summer, he's looked decent while steadily getting bedded in during the Europa League run. It's unfortunate that he's finally fit and getting his break at a time when the team around him looks a fractured mess. 5. William Saliba. The teenage centre-half from Saint-Étienne's reputation has no doubt been done a world of good for not actually having to play for Emery's Arsenal, but he's a hell of a prospect. Going back on loan to the club at which he broke through to such acclaim as a 17-year-old last season, that further development will no doubt do Saliba a lot of good. Glamour clubs from all over Europe were reportedly vying for his signature, so it was quite a coup for Arsenal to get his signature. 4. Lucas Torreira. He looked a little Rottweiler of a player in his early weeks, showing the kind of off-the-ball tenacity, energy and commitment that Arsenal has so often lacked in midfield. The early hype even saw him draw comparisons to N'Golo Kanté, but that's looking a little more fanciful now as Torreira's faded over the course of 2019. In and out of the team with questions of his best position, he's yet to consistently recapture the form of his early performances, but as with so many players on this list, there's a sense he could be brilliant in a less dysfunctional setup. 3. Bernd Leno. Deservedly displaced a declining Petr Cech last season, the German international goalkeeper has made up for a couple of questionable moments with some spectacular saves. He's only kept 8 clean sheets in 45 Premier League appearances but can scarcely be blamed. 2. Matteo Guendouzi. It's easy to forget that Guendouzi is still just 20 years old, given the standard of his performances in the centre of the pitch for Arsenal last season. Adept at breaking the lines, comfortable under pressure, dedicated out of possession. Like almost everyone around him, he's not enjoying the best season this year and evidently has more developing to do, but he's way ahead of schedule. 1. Gabriel Martinelli, the young Brazilian, looks an absolute bargain at a reported fee of £6 million. One of the few bright sparks of their miserable 2019-20 campaign, he's been prolific when handed opportunities, scoring 7 goals in 5 starts. He also came off the bench to rescue a point against Southampton by setting up Alexander Lacazette, following an abject performance from the team in his absence. The tabloids are reporting Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang are unhappy and eyeing the exit door, but losing them might not be a disaster with this supremely gifted forward coming through behind them.